Welcome to the Golden Tee 2019 Design a Hole contest. It is that time of year. We've done more than 10 of these. I've been involved in almost all of them, which is crazy. This is my job. Where you can take your crazy, not so crazy, unique, fun, original idea for a golf hole, par 3, par 4, par 5, put it on paper, and voila, you can get that hole in Golden Tee. Dave Hollingshead had an idea back in 2008, 2007. Said, I'm going to create a drivable par 4 with a waterfall on it. Let's go look through that waterfall. And the judges, maybe they'll like it. They loved it. There's a golf hole here. And now it's in Golden Tee forever. That is the name of this contest. That's why I love this contest. I put together a custom 9 holes here with some of our winners. I'm going to play this and I'm going to talk as I go. And I promise I'll try not to be terribly long-winded. That's a lie. So in any event, let's talk about the contest. Let's talk about the stakes. And then I'm going to give you some tips on how to win this thing. Contest, like I said, submit any golf hole before April 15th. Par 3, par 4, par 5. Submit as many as you like. We will look at all of them. April 15th, remember that day. April 15th, you should probably know that day. Hopefully you're not running from the IRS. April 15th, submit as many designs as you like to us. On April 15th, we will close that. However many submissions that we have, a few hundred, whatever, our Golden Tee judges, led by course designer Jim Zielinski, oh, I need a big bounce. Yeah, that'll do. Are going to look at every one of these to list our 10 finalists. 10 finalists. At that point, we will put them online. We're going to let the crowd, the fans, Facebook people, Twitter people say, I like this, I would change this, etc. We'll get that feedback, and then we'll narrow it down to 3, and then ultimately Jim Zielinski and his team will pick one winner, which will be, I think, early May, mid-May. That winner will receive their hole in Golden Tee with a sign, Golden Tee 2019, that is, a sign signifying this design as theirs. That's pretty cool. And they will also receive their very own Golden Tee Home Edition that is a $4,000 value, not too shabby, a year of online play, and obviously a 2019 update. So not only can you play your design in the game, but play it on your very own cabinet. It's pretty sweet. This year, our contest is sponsored by Callaway Golf. Callaway, we love y'all. We've done stuff with Callaway before. We believe in the product. They're also just good dudes, and they make great stuff. Our second place winner is going to win a Callaway Rogue driver. It's a $500 driver. It's the hottest driver in golf. Real quick pause here, by the way. Look at this hole. If you want to make an abandoned rail yard with a rail yard tee box, you can do it. Easy on the eye is there, no doubt. So second place, Callaway Rogue driver. With a massive Golden Tee gift card. You can do that, sure. We'll give that away. If you don't win, you'll still get a monster prize in the making. Third place, Odyssey Works putter, which is an awesome, awesome club. I have one. And a big Golden Tee gift card. All 10 finalists, $50 Golden Tee Live gift card at least, a t-shirt, a custom player card, and a box of Callaway golf balls. Pretty good putt there. So huge, just if you're a finalist, we're gonna reward you dearly for it because we know the thought that goes into this contest, which again, you design your hole, the holes that you've always wanted to see in the game. If you've said forever you can do better, now you have a chance to prove it. Jason Thomason, who's designed some doozies over the years, said he could do better. Was this 2012-ish? Something like that. Love this design of Ancient Ruins. One of my personal favorites. A drivable, at least sometimes drivable par 5. Today it is sort of drivable. Probably drivable for a really good player. Not so much for me. Okay, so that's the gist of the contest. Let's talk a little bit. Hold on. Let's talk a little bit about your design. So beyond designing it, name it. Name your hole. We want to know the fun name. It's going to be on the sign. So it can be creative. It can be not so creative. It could be straightforward. We don't really care. But you got to name your design. Oh, that's so disappointing. That is so disappointing. So beyond the name, that's incredibly disappointing as well. Here's some thought into it. When designing this, you've played this game. You know this game. Think about what you would like to see, but what also you can see. As much as we preach being creative and being original and doing something a little bit different, we also want you to make a really great golf hole. This is the only par 3 island green that's ever been in the game. So we know that a par 3, par 4, par 5 can get in. But realistically, if you have a 900-yard hole, it's not going to get in. realistically, if you have a drivable par 4 that's just a green in the middle of the ocean, well, there's no chance to lay up. So it's not going to get in. Think about some of the smaller things beyond making a wild and crazy hole that go into playing a golf hole. A place to lay up is huge. I can't tell you how many holes we throw out a year simply because there's no way to play safe. You're not just designing a hole for the best players in the world. You're designing a hole for the guy trying to shoot par, or the guy trying to break -10 or 15 or whatever. That's the limitation here, is you have to think about all levels of Golden Tee players while designing. That should be a big part of it. Clubs. You know what these clubs do. You know, oh, yep, I know that a driver does not go through trees. Seems like a big deal. So you know how far they go. That you know with Golden Tees how that can impact shots as well. So think about all of these things and try and find that perfect combination of risk versus reward. The other thing, while we've had some unique locations before, you know, we've had the abandoned rail yard, we have been in tropical places. If you create a great golf hole, and I mean a great golf hole, this is a perfect example. I'm glad this came up and I didn't know it did. This is from Winding Pines a few years ago. There's nothing in terms of elements that is unique about it. You've got water, you've got sand, you've got some pine straw, you've got some big trees. This is a par 5 that off the tee I can do a handful of things. I can lay up in the fairway and shoot around. I can go for this green right here, excuse me, this fairway here to hit through. I can go for this fairway here, and I've done all these shots. Or, as we kind of figured out as the year went on, you can actually just hit it right through the pine straw. This was a fun, original hole that didn't do too much, but that still had a lot of really creative elements. That's the simplest way to really explain, I don't like this club options, but this should be fine, how to design this. Be original, but don't be so original. Don't overthink it. If you have good ideas, go with them, and chances are it'll be a really fun, really good golf hole. That's it. If you can come up with a really good idea, a really original golf hole, something that is unique, something that is that perfect balance of risk reward, we don't care if it's par 3, par 4, par 5, you've got a chance to win big. I want you to have fun with it. Don't overthink it. Speaking of good names, The Knee by Dave Crouch. By Dan Crouch, sorry, Dave, Dan. This looks like a knee, so we named it The Knee. The name worked out, the name can play into it. And the last thing I'll say, and I think I mentioned it before, when you're designing this, use crayons, use colored pencils. You don't have to be an artist. I suck at art. I suck at drawing, but I have some decent ideas, I'd like to think, out of many years playing this game. And if you can put those down on paper, we don't care how good your penmanship is or isn't. We just want some really good ideas. So that's it. We're giving away tons of stuff. GoldenTee.com. We'll be all over it until April 15. Go there, check it out. You can win a Golden Tee game and get your dream idea in Golden Tee forever. We can't wait to see what you come up with. Sorry for lasting and talking so long. We will see you again soon. Happy designing.